Hi everyone, it's Daniella and welcome back to my channel and my 6x6 mini album series, tutorial series. So now that the pages are done, I put paper on the back sides, which I'll show you when we do some embellishing at the end. But we'll be putting, I don't know if I'm going to do the embellishing and then put the pages in or vice versa. But what I did do is added a little scrap to the insides of in the gussets of the hinge, and I added a craft cardstock layer and a matte mirror cardstock layer, and we will be using this pretty music paper from the collection as our inner cover, but we're going to do something fun with this card and this here in a minute. Oh my gosh, 6x6 is so small. Look, this card barely fits. Well, now I'm wondering if we are going to do that or something else. Well, whatever. It's going to be awesome. So moving on. Move this over here because we're going to work on this side first. And here, this is by doing all the back sides, I have scraps, and I might have a piece, one lonely piece, don't know, but I do have 4 pieces for the inserts, but this matches our last inside piece, so I want to use it on the top of this pull down waterfall that we will be making. I'm not going to put that on it yet. We're going to make the waterfall on this piece of paper and then attach the paper with the waterfall on it to the book. So remove these little brads because we will need them. Let's move our big book. Here is a pull down waterfall that I made for something else. It's too big for this. This is 4 and, is it a half or a quarter? Quarter, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 squares, 6 of them, and the last one, which you will see today. Okay, hold on, let me see if I can hold it and pull it. Yes, this part will be glued and braided down to this paper when we make ours, and then when you pull it, as you see, they all pull. And then they push back up again. So we're going to make a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 one for our book. And first thing we need is to cut some paper. We need 6 pieces of 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 square. 6. We need 1, that's 1 inch by 4 1/2. Yep, 1 by 4 1/2. Now that I'm looking at it, should I make it a little longer? Should it be 5 1/2? What should I do? One of you must have the answer for me, don't you? Oh, okay. You're saying it should be bigger? Oh, okay. Thanks. Let's see. And all of these are scraps that I'm using because I have a lot of scraps. That I do. Yes, I do. I think it should be, I'm going to go with 5 1/2. That's what I'm saying. Which will make it just slightly smaller than the page itself. But it will give us a little more room to play with. I just made a mark on the bottom and the top. And I will cut them. Oh, goody. Here comes Spike. So, okay, we're getting this piece instead. That's good. It gives us a little more outside room. And we need an 11 by little more than 2 1/2. This is also a scrap at 11 because of the length of the 8.5 by 11 paper cardstock that we're using. So let's get our scoreboard out. Get going. So the only thing we need to do is score 1/2 inch 6 times. That's it. 1/2 inch once, 1 inch, 1/2 inch twice, 1.5 inches, 1/2 inch 3 times, 2 inches, 1/2 inch 4 times, 2.5 inches, 1/2 inch 5 times, 3 inches, 1/2 inch 6 times. That's it. How easy was that, right? Okay. Put my business bag out of our way. And now we score. No, we fold each one of these lines. Just fold them. We'll press and all of that fun stuff later. And the last one, like that. And for now, we are going to leave this bottom part that long until we know that it's right. See, right now it's even a little bit crooked, and I hate that. Hate it. You can fix crooked things. Straighten them out and go diagonal. Okay, so far, that's all we did. I will zoom in, cross my fingers that we don't end up out of frame. You see all my score marks? Awesome. We take some glue and these pieces. Only thing I hate about using glue is that it takes a while to dry. Maybe I should use score tape. Let's do that. I should have done it first, but I didn't. So we're just going to put one piece on each of the areas that we have, not to get too close to the top score mark above it. You do not want to go over your score mark. And cut. And cut all the extra bits off later. Try to get it right in the middle so you're not on either of the score marks, not the top nor the bottom. 2. I think I'm going to spin it around because I have this big piece in my way. This way I can see what I'm doing, stay in frame, and not do anything crazy. 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. Now I'm all cooped up because I should have done this. I couldn't have because he wanted to score it for you while you watched. One more piece. Now, like I was saying, I would have probably used glue, but glue takes a little, no matter what, it can say fast, but it's not instant, you know. And if you're trying to do something, and especially trying to show someone something that will be a movable part, well, then that's just craziness, thinking that you can use glue. And we press our tape down, get the knife, move the scissors, start at the bottom, remove, oh, before we do that, Just make sure. No, it's all good. Oh, I lied. There's a little bit here. Make sure you don't have any hanging over, tape hanging over, because then it can sticky up your mechanism here. And this guy here wants to be a little pain. Come on now. There you go. Okay. Like I was saying, remove the tape, backing. Take one of your 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 pieces. Yes, this is smaller, so you just have to line it up as best as you can so it's kind of in the middle. I mean, I can use the grid and all of this stuff, but it might not. And you know, you can also make it the exact size too, and that would be fine. You know, it's all up to you. Just the piece that you pull, I wanted to make it, which is this, I wanted to make it thinner so that when you pull it down, it's not really big. Now you just line up one side, push it down, make sure that your sides are matching. Awesome. Tape, don't be that guy. Okay, take this guy, which wants to be 2, 2, match it up on the sides. Put it on your tape. Don't press it down until you are sure that your sides are matching up, which right now it isn't. I'm trying to stay on the tape and on the side at the same time. 3, 4, 4. What's up, tape? Thank you. Line it up on the side, line it up on the tape. Make sure you can see both, which is kind of hard, but it's doable. You can do it. I believe in you. These are so fun to add to cards, to books, to anything once you know how to do it. Fun birthday card. You put it on the outside, and when you pull, it could say happy and then birthday on the inside. Or you could yeah, I missed the tape there. Sorry. I gotta get my business back in line here. It's hard to do this while doing a video because I don't want to get my head in the way. I don't want to get out of your view. I want to be close enough but not too close. And junk, yes, it's the right size. Put it over the tape, under the score line, lined up with the one in front of it. All of these things. He said if you're just looking straight at it, it's much easier. No problem. Yes, this whole tutorial, I mean, I don't mind. I'm just saying it was, I mean, first I had to essentially make the entire book and then not actually make the book, like don't assemble it. That's why there were 8,000 sticky notes on everything. I always check to make sure it's the right size and stuff. I don't know about you, but I know I can cut things identical size, and yet one side will be different than the other a lot. So I like to make sure, because it would look pretty weird if our waterfall was messed up. Like I almost messed up this one. Okay, now we're good. Awesome. Okay, so now we have this and this guy. Like I said, we're going to cut this. I could have made it smaller, but I didn't want to. The other thing is that there's another 1/2 inch of the book when we put it in. So we'll cut it then, and that'll be fine. But what we do have to do now is glue one piece down and also use some brads. Yes, thank you, Spike. That was amazing. So we line it up here. Might go a little up more. Thank you, Spike. So, okay, I had to get them down here into my grid. And that is 1.5, and that is 1 3/4. And let's move over a little bit. Okay, that looks good. So what we need to do is glue this last one to this guy, and then add a little bit of glue also to the ends and add the brad. Just trying to see the best that I can. Keep it a little bit even. All right. So what I do is put some glue in the middle of this piece. To the middle, and then slide it in, leaving a little bit of the bottom showing, and then I press it down. Next, I make some holes with my crocodile, and because I have this lines here, it's really cool because then I can pretty much line it up with that line. Of course, I can't see that line over here. Okay, I'm gonna go with here. And if I'm wrong, it's okay. Nothing cuckoo. So we have that. I have to pick it up now without moving it. And punch the hole. I'm not sure I can do this while videotaping. Maybe. Okay. Yep. Now I can see. My gosh. So nerve-wracking. Okay. It wasn't really that nerve-wracking. I think I was just getting a little spastic. Okay, let's do this guy. Also, I can't see it. Yeah, I'm going with that. Okay. So now we've done that. Oh, that guy is so off. Holy cow. That's all right. You know why? Because it's fine. What's the big deal? Right? Right. So now I'm going to stick a little bit of glue here. Stick it down. Add some glue here. Oh, that is so off. It is a riot. I'm certain I can fix it. I'm just not going to right now. Now we will add the brads in the hole. It's a little open, so it's being a grr kind of guy. Being a meanie. Now we open. And squish it. Awesome. I was like, oh no, I lost the other one. I found it. It was on the other side of my glass mat. Through. Squish. Squish. Okay. Keep you like that. Just grab some tape. We're going to glue this page down, but adding some tape over the tines of the brad is also helpful. Keep it flat and steady. All right, now we're cooking because we're almost done. Gotta glue it down. Okay, everybody ready for the big reveal? Dun, dun, dun. Yay! You see, if you do the sixth one, it works out perfect. When you leave the sixth one out, something happens and it like doesn't open all the way. I can't explain the magic of, you know, waterfall making and physics and deluxe engineering. So all I can say is awesome. So let's get our book. And this guy is going to go here in the middle, like I said. That's why I said we don't have to freak out because we've got room to cut our pull tab down. And I could even put it up a little higher if I wanted. I don't know. I don't know if I need to. Okay, now let's first remove the backing from the tape we put on the brads. And then put the tape on the back of this whole paper, which feels like it's going to take 14 hours to glue it because it's so big. It really is. Album is so small, you know. But then I made that 9 by 9 and it was just too much. My favorite size is 6.5 by 9.5, and that means the pages are 6 by 9. And the reason that I like that is because you can use 12 by 12 paper and you only have to use half of a sheet. You only need 6 inches per page, even 5.5 sometimes, but I mean, if you're doing flaps and everything. I'm just saying you don't have to worry about like 8.5 or 8-inch square albums and stuff. You have to cut the paper funky, and then your leftovers are almost non-usable. That's why I wanted this book to be so, I don't know, 6-inch in size. It's going to be hard to, I didn't change the camera, and I'm just trying to get it so it's high enough and straight enough. Let me zoom out now. Yeah, I left a little more. Let me spin it so I can see it from the top. That looks nice and even. And let me get underneath here to press this. There we go. Now it's just getting behind the waterfall to press and press and press our paper with our glue. Same thing here. Press, press, press here, under here. See how my things are crooked? It just could be worse, and I know I could fix it. Just depends on how much I want to. I would cut them off, and then the brad wouldn't be there anymore, but I could put a gem of some kind on it, and it would all work out. So, okay, there we are, done. Boom, 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 boom. Are you surprised at how easy that was? Wasn't that like the simplest thing ever? I don't know, unless you already knew how to do it, whatever. It's just silly. I love exposing things like the twist and pop card, like showing you that this might seem like it's craziness, but it's not. It's not hard. I just want to make a line with the pencil. Pencil is running away. Thank you, pencil. Right there. So I can cut it on the line. Get these big Fiskars scissors. Pull it out and cut right on the line. Just trying to stay steady. And there you go. There's your little pull tab. And these things will be covered. I'm just not covering them right now, like I told you. So far I only have one piece of paper. So we're going to put this guy aside, and now we're going to work on this. And what we're going to do, what we were supposed to do, I just didn't realize just how close this was going to be. We were going to trace this and then cut it out so we can put it back on top of the card. But I'm just not sure if that's going to work or not. I don't know. I guess I can try. What have we got to lose? This, I'm not even using the roller. I'm just... There we go. So it's hard to see. I hope you can see. We cut that. So now we can, I'm getting my mat, my self-healing mat, and one of my, sorry, let's see, this guy. Why do you have glue on you? Okay, now we need the ruler, and we're going to cut. Okay, so this side's got the metal. We're going to cut inside of the line because we don't want to cut too much. I'm trying to see where my bottom line is. It's so low. All right, so we're moving over a little. We can zoom you in a bit, but see, we're going to start getting out of frame. And we're going to cut, follow the knife. Let's see if I have to, no, I didn't think so. Yep. Spin, spin, paper, spin. This side of the Tim Holtz ruler is metal, if you didn't know that. I'm sure you did, but that's why I'm kind of sticking with the metal side. That's cool. I went right off the rails because I was too busy looking to see where my other line was. No harm, no foul. It's fine. Was I far enough? No, because when I glue it, that will be fine. I wish it didn't happen, but I don't have enough paper to change it. So we roll. That's what we do, right? We roll. That's what I do. I just roll. Did it again. But whatever. That line on the bottom is so low. So low. Where's my other line? Okay. I think we're just going to do this. Okay. Move you. You come here. Take regular scissors. And we cut the last little bit, if there even is, which there barely is here. Same down here. Wow. I don't know what I did here. Where's the, there we go. I don't want to cut through the whole thing. Yeah, it's close enough, right? Right, close enough. Okay, one more. Gar. Thank you. Okay. So the point of all of this cuckoo-ness is because if we put this in the book, even with the one that's cut funky, it'll all glue down the same. Then we put the card here, this guy, it'll almost look like, it's supposed to give it the illusion of kind of being invisible, kind of. And then when we embellish, I'll add some ribbon to it so that we can open and close it. Wow, I don't know why that eluded me. Like I said, this guy's going to go here, and if I don't have enough paper, which I know I don't, I do have cards, as you see over there, that go with the collection, so I will just cut some of them up. So now we're going to glue this guy on. 1, 2, 3, even with my funky cuts on it. It all glue is the same, you know what I mean? Should probably come out further. Again, I don't know if you can see me. A little bit of glue. A little bit of more glue. Well, I'm just gluing stuff, so you're not missing anything. Even the parts that I messed up. Glue, glue, glue. Glue. I can't stop and zoom. Gotta get this guy up and running first. Okay. This part's the top, I think. I think I am right. Yay! And each piece of paper is, in this case, 1/4 of an inch. I have a 6.5 craft piece, and then I have a, no, 6.5, a 6 1/4, and a 6. That's what I got. Is that too close on that side, you think? What do you think? Maybe. So we'll move them over a little. Good. That's awesome. Let's get everybody here straight, right? Straight. Like I said, it all glues perfectly. Ah, I say this and then it moved. Drat. Extra glue. Okay. Looking awesome. Now I have to glue the card, back of the card, and the card. These cards are so crooked. Oh my gosh. I had to, they came scored, but it was half impossible to straighten it out. Oh no. Don't touch the other part of the card. No, no glue. Okay. Open the card. Put this guy over the card. I can still kind of see my pencil lines, which is good. Because then, all right, well, that guy worked out. Are we good up here? How are we looking? We're looking good. I know it looks straight here, but then it makes me feel like it looks crooked there. Well, what it is finished. I'm going to grab a piece of wax paper until that glue dries. I don't want the card to be glued shut. And now we glue this on top, and our inside covers are finished. And the next video will be adding the tape to the hinges and adding the pages. And then all we'll do is do some embellishing in the inside and on the front, and this book is done. Yay! This tutorial has to be 5 hours long. I don't even know. I'm sorry that I'm so slow, but I just am, and I just want you to get to see everything. And how to do everything so that you will feel comfortable making your own book. And as wacky and zany as I am, I at least hope I've been doing that for you. So I will see you in the next video for the pages. So exciting. I have them all over here. They're all over the place because I was working on one last thing on the last 2 pages. Well, the last 2 that I had to okay, here it is. There he is. Found him. This is page 4 and 5. This is 2. No, that's 4 and 5. Oh no, here it is. 1 and 2. And why did I want Rudolph? Oh, because this had another page. All right. May not need Rudolph. These are getting stuck together because of the magnets. So, page 1, I put matte mirror in there and on the back. All done. Page 2, have paper, and I put a little scrap in the middle, so you tie with the red, and I made 2 tags for these pockets with little embellishments. But that's the only embellishing I did. And then this one is page 3. And I did the top, flip them over. Here's 4 and 5. I am putting matte mirror, no, I'm putting glitter paper in the insides of these. That is all that I have left. And on the inside, they both have this snowflake paper. Snowflakes. And this guy comes down, and we have stripes. We have reindeer with a little border. Every scrap was used in the making of this album. And finally, these 2 match. This is a belly band with a flap, little flap, and fold it over. And we have this with a little strip and a side pocket. There was a piece here that was reindeer, and that's why I wanted to keep that for the first page of the waterfall. Now that I don't need that, maybe I can rethink some things. So anyway, thank you so much again for watching and for all your sweet comments. I really, really appreciate them, and I really hope that you enjoyed and are still enjoying, continuing to enjoy this series. And I would love to make more tutorials like this for you. And I guess we'll talk about that in a different video. Let's finish this one first. So I will see you in the next video. Stay awesome, everyone. Bye.